going on, guys, and welcome. It is Monday night, and we are starting the 21st week of investing on our YouTube channel, where we put $50 every Monday through Friday into the stock market. So we're going to take a look at a couple things. Obviously, we're going to talk about stocks, but the general focus of this channel is happiness, health, and wealth. That's kind of the motto here. And we're going to take a look at the YouTube channel tracker, where we can see where all of that stuff is coming together. And my diet is going really, really well. So I'm trying to lose some weight. It's going pretty well. I don't know. I feel pretty good. We'll get into that. But so let's take a look at the YouTube channel tracker. Then we'll see kind of what's going on in the market. All right, so this blue line on our channel tracker is today, and today is May 22nd of 2023. My weight is 273 pounds even. Feel great about that. So I'm down 25.7 pounds so far this year, since the beginning of the channel, I should say. My investment balance in our account, we're up to $5,812.38. As far as dividends go, we haven't earned any over the weekend, which makes sense. It's going to be probably a couple weeks before we see some more dividends pay out, but that's cool. Our total growth is at $62.05. So, we're trading pretty much sideways at this point, which is fine. But those dividends keep on coming, and that is supporting our total growth, which is fantastic. So we're seeing some okay stuff there. As far as total YouTube income, we've still only ever made $100 off of a couple people early on signing up for Sofi. I try to be super candid about that stuff. There is a link to Sofi Invest down in the description. So if you are looking for an easy place to start investing, they give you free stuff if you start a new account with $10 or more in it. So moving on, total subscribers, we're back up to 1763. So we lost one, and that was a bummer, but we got one back, so that was great. Thank you to the new person. And thank you to those who have been with me. I appreciate it. So total views, we're at 200,519. with total watch hours of 3789.8. So I really didn't post anything over the weekend. I had a crazy weekend. I've been working on a video that is ridiculous. So I'm working on stitching that all together. But yeah, I haven't actually posted anything. It's just, I'll have a pretty funny video coming up. It's totally unlike anything that I've ever done, but it's kind of like a long-running joke, and then you're like, let's make this a video. So, anywho, didn't really post much. I deserve to get no views. I don't know how I picked up another subscriber. I really appreciate it. But, yeah, that's kind of how it's going. Let's take a look at the stocks. All right, guys. So, although I do automated investing through Sofi, I do track my portfolio using Seeking Alpha. I have my portfolio pulled up right here, where we are organized by value from top to bottom. And these top two holdings, we are putting $10 a day into each one of them. So they are our highest. Now up top, we have Schwab's U.S. Dividend Equity ETF, also known as SCHD. So we have $969.97 there. 13.74 shares at $70.60 per share. So we've been seeing this come up pretty quickly, which is awesome. The dividend yield doesn't look as good just because it just jumped up like 1%, but that's okay. I like SCHD being over $70. I feel better about it over $70. But I'm not going to let SCHD and its decline over the past, couple months get me down. I'm just buying those future dividends at a discount. So it's all about making the payments or getting paid more from it later. So I'm cool with that. Realty Income Corporation, right below it. Ticker symbol O. So that is $964.34 now. That's 15.98 shares. And the price is all the way down to $60.34. Woo! All right, so this is kind of how I gauge whether or not the price of Realty Income Corporation is low. is the dividend yield currently over 5%? If the answer is yes, it means that it's trading pretty low. If the answer is no, then it's probably pretty normal. At least that's my take. Now, I'm not a financial manager, counselor, credit counselor, wealth manager, any of those things. I'm a guy in a triangle-shaped room on the internet. So don't listen to me. But this is what I've always used as a barometer of if the valuation is too low or too high. That's just what I look at. So, yeah, we're over 5% right now. That means it's really low for Realty Income Corporation. So JEPQ, or JP Morgan Nasdaq Equity Premium Income ETF. We hear a lot about JEPE, its older brother, same fund manager. But JEPQ, I have been huge on it since the beginning of the year. I said I wanted to kind of throw it in the portfolio, watch it, see how it works, and then maybe figure out a strategy to start investing into it. And it seems as though the world has caught on. So that value is skyrocketing and quickly. I had made some predictions about 2-3 months ago, as it looked like the dividend yield, right, we have over here 12.43%. I kind of thought to myself that if this dividend yield is higher than JEPE's dividend yield, we'll probably see the price go up so that they about even out. And I still think there's room for price growth on JEPQ. But how are we adding it to the portfolio? We are buying JEPQ positions using options premium. So whatever we earn from options premium income, we are buying shares of JEPQ with it, which is fitting because this is an equity premium income ETF. So we're at $810.37. That's 17.32 shares, and the price is up at $46.80. We just talked about the dividend, but look at this year-to-date performance, guys. 14.56%. For a fund that is barely 1 year old, that is booming, like really, really good. So I'm loving that. But yeah, we're going to start seeing videos on this, guys. Just know if you follow the channel and you have for a while, you knew about JEPQ first. Pepsi, right? So Pepsi, we are putting $5 a day into, that's from, MPW to Pepsi. But so we're at $526.68. This is by far and large the most profitable value growth so far relative to how much we put into it. So Pepsi is just a juggernaut, and that's even after it tanked. So I'm actually pretty stoked about that. I know a lot of people are going to be pretty upset, but I think it's great news. So we have 2.82 shares for $186.64. This was $194 like a couple days ago. So I'm definitely very happy to see it coming back down so I can buy a little more of it for a little cheaper. That forward dividend yield, though, looking like 2.64 right now. And then they are taking the snapshot at the beginning of next month. So we'll see a Pepsi dividend payout coming up, which is sweet. Look at this growth rate. So the year-to-date performance of Pepsi is it's up 6.19%, but it kind of did one of these like up and down, up and down, up and downs, and then went up with their earnings report. That is one of my favorite reasons why I do dollar cost averaging. Because if something's kind of like hovering, waiting for news, and then that news kicks off, you get a killer deal on the value of what you pay for that thing. So I love that. It's doing really well. We do have someone jumping ahead in the ranks. So JEPQ's older brother, as I refer to it as. So we're at $516.87, which is 9.44 shares, and that is $54.77 per share. So we've seen a decline in Procter & Gamble's price, and not so much with JEPE, which is why it's jumped ship or jumped positions. So that forward dividend yield from JEPE is looking like 9.28%. That is a monthly payer, so a great source of income for us. And we look forward to the beginning of next month to see that dividend payout. But yeah, Procter and Gamble has taken a back seat to Jeppy as far as our total portfolio valuation. That's 3.46 shares at 149.16. So we're actually down below $150 per share right now. That's pumping up the forward dividend yield to 2.46%. And we did just get a dividend payout from them like a couple days ago or like a week ago. So that's pretty cool. They are still up 1.06% year to date, but down 2.62%. So kind of a big hit there. But again, Procter and Gamble did that same sort of like up and down at the beginning of the year. Because of that, we're in a great position. So like some people are feeling the pain right now, and I'm just buying it to buy dividends for cheap. And I will thank myself for that in 10 years or whatever it is. All right, so the next one, BlackRock. BlackRock is having a solid bit of recovery. Kind of like how I use the 5% dividend rule on Realty Income. I use the 3% dividend rule on BlackRock. But so we have $494.32 of BlackRock. We're up to almost 3/4 of a share. I am so excited to have a full share of BlackRock. It just will feel so much better. I hate having like this, not full share on this list. Anywho, so the share price has gone back up to $671.39. It's not in the mid 700s like it was. However, it's at a point now where like all those terrible days at like 630, 640, we now have some growth from those terrible days, which is awesome. That dividend forward yield is at 3%. I kind of look at it at like 3%. If the dividend yield is lower than 3%, stock's kind of high. If it's higher than 3%, it's kind of low. So this is like right at about where I kind of find it to be about average, at least for the year to date. No big dividend coming up right now, so that's kind of a bummer. I like those BlackRock dividends because they're just, the numbers are really big, and it's funny because I don't even have a full share, but I find it fun. So AT&T, it's almost like it hurts my back just talking about it. So AT&T, we're at $447.22. So we have 27.3 shares, and the price is at $16.38. This was at $20 like a month ago. So we bought a lot of this for kind of cheap-ish. We bought a lot of this for really expensive. I mean, we were paying basically $4 a share more for this literally like a month ago. But they've been doing some stuff. They've been doing some announcements. They've been talking to the press. We'll click AT&T after. But yeah, they're doing some press stuff. It looks to me like they're getting their act together, or at least coming up with a game plan to maybe get this back up. They got to do something. In the meantime, this forward dividend yield looks ridiculous. It's 6.81%. That's nonsense. It's just crazy. The whole thing's crazy. But yeah, AT&T needs to kind of get their act together. MPW, speaking of getting their act together, MPW is getting their act together. Medical Properties Trust, we're at $415.05. This was forever the thing that we just couldn't get our total holding over $400. We're finally there, thank goodness. But shares, we're at 53.08 shares of MPW. And the price is back to $7.82. So this dipped way down. Now it's on its way back up. And the thing that I like with MPW's movement right now, it's gradual and linear. It's not like it was moving way too volatile. Of course, if it's going up 1% or 2%, that's still more volatile. But it's not doing like 5 to 10% swings, which is what it was doing. That was not great. So I like these little like 1% a day hikes, one like 0.5% drop, then 1% hike. It just seems like a real stock, which is great. This forward dividend yield is a whopping 15.1% right now. And we do have some dividends coming out in July based on our June holdings. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this position just to continue to grow. I can't wait to get to 100 shares of MPW. I just have no idea what the price of MPW is going to be at that time. So, from the very beginning, we said this was a riskier one. I still think there's a potential for a short squeeze on this, and maybe the boys on Wall Street bets might say something about that, but I don't know. We'll see. And then lastly, I have these two wild cards. So I have Appley and Tesla. I'm going to go over them together. These are both YieldMax funds. Okay, so YieldMax is a company that has a couple funds that don't even really hold stocks. They just buy and sell options. And the income that those options generate, they pay it out as a dividend. So the options contracts that Appley works with are Apple options, and then Tesla is the same thing, but with Tesla options. Okay, so yeah, I mean, because they buy and sell options contracts on these, it's really you're just kind of hoping for some volatility and some movement. The returns or the potential returns are just so ridiculous that I had to throw it in here. I mean, we had 2 shares and now we have 2.07. It's a 37% forward dividend yield on Tesla right now. And Appley, I think, is going to be even higher. So, there's a couple of these funds that they have. It seems like every time that YieldMax launches another fund, excuse me, it seems like they just make a higher dividend yield every time. It's like they're learning as they go how to crank out more money on the next fund. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about Appley more than Tesla, and they haven't even paid a dividend yet. It hasn't even been a month yet, so there's zero anything on it. And I like being there at the forefront, and I am 85% sure we're going to get smoked on these. But if we don't get smoked on these, then, and it is what it is, like if I can lock in a 37% dividend yield, just roll that reinvested, it would be phenomenal. I mean, even if it traded sideways, like it just stayed the same price forever, it's a 37% annual return compounding. Like that's insane. Plus they pay monthly, which is even better. So yeah, loving that. That's super exciting. But yeah, let's take a look at AT&T really quick, because I mentioned that I would. I mean, look at this. So we were buying it at $20, then it dropped down to like $18. Then it went up to 20 again, and then it just like tanked to 17.65, and it's just been down till then. The weird thing is not a lot of short interest. So people aren't really shorting AT&T right now. I mean, 1.16% is very, very low. Not very, very low, but it's pretty low. I mean, not a lot of people betting on it going down. It's just, it's just plummeting. So you have all these very conflicting articles on it too. Strong buy, sell, long-term disappointment. But management did present today at JP Morgan's 51st Annual Global Technology, Media, and Communications Conference. So that's why when I was saying, like, hey, they're actually doing some stuff, like they are really trying to make moves here at AT&T, or at least it looks like. I like them shrinking the people who, shrinking down the office footprint. I don't think all these companies need as many people working from home, and managers should probably be in the office, like able to communicate directly with one another. But there's a lot of just turmoil. I'm just going to call it turmoil. So, AT&T kind of a crazy thing, but yeah, that's kind of what's going on there. Let's talk a little bit more about keto and my journey through losing weight, because I feel pretty good right now. Obviously I'm not anywhere near where my total weight loss goal is, but I'm seeing a big increase in just the productivity of my weight loss and my body shape transformation. So I'm kind of at that crossroads. I had mentioned this before. Like, do I want to be skinny or do I want to get jacked? Either way, I got to work out and lose fat anyway. So at this point, I don't have to make that call yet. But it's been going really, really well. On Sunday, we went out with the fam, and I ate some sugar-free ice cream from Kimball Farms. If anyone's from like Massachusetts or New England, if you ever heard of Kimball Farms, it's the best. And they have some sugar-free flavors. I kind of like took the risk and went with it. I also ate a double cheeseburger with lettuce as buns to try to like stay as keto as possible. But it was my brother-in-law's birthday, so we all went out for that. But that was really the only bad thing that I really did, and it wasn't really that bad because it was still kind of on keto. So that was kind of cool. I think if I didn't do that, I probably would have been maybe like a 272. I'm very excited to look at the scale and have it say 269. I mean, that would be unbelievable. I can't wait to get out of the 270s. It is going to happen this week, so I'm excited. Hopefully it happens before Friday, so it'll be listed in the video. But yeah, it feels really good, like just losing weight, keeping that up. I was doing Factor 75, so I'm getting off of that. I'm going to switch to more just me cooking. I'm doing some intermittent fasting throughout the day. I love him or hate him. I'm doing kind of like the Andrew Tate thing at this point, where it's like 3 or 4 cups of coffee throughout the morning, drink a lot of water, I'll have like a cup of tea, and then like a small little lunch, like just protein, and then for dinner having more protein. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Again, love or hate Andrew Tate. The guy looks like a statue. I mean, so that's I think a good thing to model your diet after is someone who looks like a statue. I have a buddy, Alex Nugent. I don't know if he watches these videos, but he's a friend of mine he's like a fitness guy. So it's been fun. He has this little, I shouldn't say little, but he has a channel, but he has like a group of people on Facebook. So I've been like talking to him and posting on there, and they're trying to kind of like keep me accountable. So I've been doing like weekly check-ins with that. Yeah, so weekly check-ins. My goal was to do keto for either a month or two. I think I'm just going to do keto for a month. That's kind of what I've come to. And then I'm going to take a week off of keto, right? I just want to eat normal, see how that goes, and then go either back onto keto for another month or switch to like a calorie deficiency, like low carb diet. So keto is just long term, not something that I really want to do. But I do love the benefit of keto in the short term of doing something that's monthly. So it's been great. I lost a ton of weight initially, and it kind of kicks me back in the gear of losing weight. But yeah, so today is the 22nd. Hold on, I'm just looking at my calendar. So the 2nd, which is not this Friday, but next Friday, that'll be 1 month of keto. So Friday, next Friday, I'm definitely going to my favorite ramen spot, and I am gonna eat some ramen. And I am so excited to eat some ramen. I said this before, and like I don't think you guys seriously understand. Like I'm literally looking forward to that bowl of ramen. I'm 100%. My goal is to be 265 walking into that ramen place. If I leave that ramen place at 270, I'm okay. So that's kind of the thing. I'm not just gonna fly off the handles and just binge eat. That's not my goal at all. But there's some stuff I want to eat. Like I would love to have a couple slices of pizza. That'd be fantastic. I'd love to eat some ramen. And I'd like to just go out to eat and just get whatever they have. You know what I mean? So, I have been shrinking my stomach for sure. Just the way that I've been eating with the intermittent fasting and like the protein meals. I'm not eating a lot, so that's good. Um, so that'll definitely help as far as like a reset to how much I can eat. But yeah, it's going really well. So I appreciate everybody with the support in the gym, like on the gym comments on those videos, or like just in general. I really do appreciate it. But if you guys are on a diet journey, good luck. I wish you the best. I know it's tough. I sit there and like I'll walk by somebody's office and they're eating like fried chicken. And I'm like, oh man, like a buffalo chicken calzone. That was the thing that I would have killed for the other day. Was a buffalo chicken calzone. So stuff like that. Just I'm getting excited to have a week off of like strict dieting. But yeah, we're a couple pounds away from 270 or 269.9. So we're a couple days away from that, I think. And then, yeah, just if I can get to that 265 number by next Friday, I'd be ecstatic. So hopefully we hit it. I don't want to pressure myself too hard to hit it, but if I can, I will. I'm also not going to like emaciate myself and not eat. Like I don't want this to turn into like an eating disability or not disability, eating disorder. I don't want to turn into like a eating disorder where I'm like terrified to eat things. I would rather have this be a genuine like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, I can go a week without dieting and not gain 10 pounds. Like that's perfect. Because I want at the end of this whole thing to have like a sustainable routine. I am right now. I've got it ingrained in my routine to like wake up, take my multivitamins. So I've been taking my multis, which is awesome. Those little changes that have happened while on the diet have been pretty, I think, pretty crucial. And then sometimes, like, as crazy as this is gonna sound, but like some of these weird things, like eating the sugar-free ice cream, I feel like it just helps like my stomach, as opposed to just eating like chicken and steak, and bacon. But I'm starting to see a little bit of a difference. I go back to like my earlier videos and I look at it and I feel like I look a little better. I definitely have like more muscle definition in my shoulders and stuff. Like I have a shape of a person now and less of like a blueberry. You never want to look like a blueberry. Violet got rolled right out of a factory for that. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. To you, I wish you all happiness, health, and wealth as always. And with that, roll the outro.